Is anyone there? Give me a thumbs up in the. Close this down here. Okay. So. All right. Hi everybody. I am assuming you could hear me. Sorry for like the false starts there, but I was putting this in through the normal streaming software that I use, and it wasn't working, and then it actually just started going on YouTube without my streaming software, which was really weird because that's not supposed to happen, I don't think. Like I closed down, I usually use, what is it called? Streamlabs OBS. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS is like what I go through, and I apparently am not using it at all right now, which is really strange. So audio is good. Yeah, I'm sure saying, I'm assuming you could see me. So that's good. So I'm just going to go with it. I don't have the ability to share a screen, I don't think, using just the YouTube like this, but that's okay for now because I'm not planning on a very long stream. I just kind of wanted to say hi to everyone. I have a little pumpkin ale here that I'm going to bust into. And really, I just wanted to say hi. It's been a really long time. I don't think I've made a video since, at this point, early summer, midsummer time. And today is September 1st, which means, as the title says, the Halloween countdown starts now. I'm so excited. So I wanted to sort of, I don't know, celebrate a little with my horror family here. Yes, Dogfish Head is a really good beer. I think when I first started like drinking better beer, I mean, once I got out of college and I stopped drinking junk, I found some really good beer. But I think Dogfish Head was one of the first ones that I tried, and I was like, oh, that's what good beer tastes like. Getting Christmas vibes from this, or just in general. I do not feel the Christmas vibes yet, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't really feel the Halloween vibes yet either. It's kind of early for me to start feeling that. Generally speaking, it needs to be cooler weather. The leaves need to start to change, and then I'll start to get that Halloween spirit flowing through me. Before that, it's time to celebrate for sure, but I don't know that I feel it like deep in my bones yet, I'm going to just pause for a drink here. This is actually a really good one. 7% alcohol, and it's not like overpoweringly pumpkin spicy, you know what I mean? You could tell that it's a pumpkin spice ale or pumpkin ale, but they actually have pumpkin in it, which a lot of pumpkin beers don't. They put like, the spices in, and they say no one can taste pumpkin. I can taste pumpkin, or at least I think I can. I don't know. Oh yeah, once the AC units come out, then it's time. Yeah, I am not feeling like the super vibes yet, but I'm getting ready. And that's actually part of the reason I wanted to do this, was to just kind of get me into the spirit a little bit, get you guys into the spirit a little bit. I apologize that the stream started here because now I can't share my screen and it's just video of me. But what I'm going to do is, that kind of sucks that I can't share the pages that I wanted to share with you. But all the links, like for my pages, are down in discussion. And what I wanted to alert you to mainly, well, there's 2 or 3 things I wanted to tell you guys about because it has been a while. Number 1, I have a new webpage, and it is awesome because my brother made it for me, and I'm just super happy with it. And I think that it's wonderfully put together. It's a lot easier to navigate than my old one was. It's a lot more professional looking. So links are in the description. I would have liked to show you with a screen share, but I can't. So I'll just tell you to go check it out on your own time. And it's anthonyjrapino.com. Pretty easy. If you don't use the link below, that's the URL. Go ahead and play around there. Take a look at what I got on the pages. I have the news section. And the second thing I want to tell you is that my shop, the Candy Corn Apocalypse, sculpture shop, that's now primarily on my webpage using e-commerce. So before it was at Etsy, and I still have that running for now, just as we're doing like the shift over. But you can actually shop directly on my webpage now. There's a link in the description. And in that shop right now is a free Halloween countdown calendar that I made for you. It's the September calendar. I will make an October one as well. But yeah, if you want to get going with your Halloween countdown, you want some suggestions of what to do. You don't have to follow it word for word. It's not like you got to do the things that I tell you to do each of the days. But there's just a lot of suggestions, a lot of ideas, things that you could kind of make your own, pick and choose, swap things around, use it as inspiration. But it is free. And you can find it a few different places. You could either go to the shop on my webpage, and buy it. It's free though, and then you just download it. Or you could go to my Facebook page and just kind of like copy, the photo off of there. And my Facebook page is in the description too. So those are all the things I want to tell you about. And it's all free. I'm not trying to get your money. So go check it out if you want. If you don't, that's okay too. Hey, Christy, how are you? Oh, you're checking out the webpage or the calendar or both? I'm glad you liked whatever you were checking out. Yesterday was my first day of class teaching for the fall semester, and I'm doing video for all my classes. They're all online classes. So I kind of figured while I was making videos anyway, I might as well jump on and do a quick chat with my buddies. I don't think I'm going to be on very long today, maybe until I finish the beer, because I am getting ready to eat some dinner soon. But I did want to say heyo. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Mike and I have been working on the new page for, I don't know if anyone had gone to the page before we just relaunched, but it was like a partially launched site, and there was a lot of like broken links and things. So I've been looking for a new agent for my second novel, for my new novel that I wrote, and I wanted to have like a nice professional looking landing page for them to look at what I have out there. Oh, hey, are you going to do an unboxing video when you get your prizes from Retromaniac or Manic? That game is so much fun. All right, so the Autistic Phantom Otaku, APO, I think we just call you APO on the game chat. We play a live streaming board game through its Retro Days, the Retro Days webpage. I've talked about them before. I used to get, like years ago, I used to get prizes from them, and I would do unboxing videos and things like that. And recently I haven't been like active there for a while, and then recently I wanted to get back into it, so I went over and I was checking out, and they have a live streaming board game, and he gives away prizes while you play, which is just amazing. So to answer your question, APO, I already got the first prize from a couple weeks ago, and I did not do an unboxing video. It's actually, I'll bring it over to show everyone. It's over there. But yeah, maybe I'll do an unboxing video for the new one. I did win something this past Friday, and I guess I won't say what it is in case I do a unboxing, so it'll be kind of a surprise for people who don't know. But yeah, maybe I'll do an unboxing, and I'll go get the last prize to show you. So I'm glad I wore pants. I just realized that I got a new webcam, and it is like ultra widescreen. You could see like my whole place here, and I didn't realize it was going to be so. Like I zoom in a little bit on other applications, but like I said, this stream started in a place that I didn't think it was going to start. So it's not the zoomed in version, and now you can kind of see. I mean, look at that. So yeah, it's anyway. I'm glad I'm wearing pants because that could have been bad. I won this in the last Retromanic board game stream. Well, not the last one. I won it three games ago, because 2 games ago I didn't win anything, and then the last game I won something. But it is the I don't know if you're seeing a mirror image. I'm seeing a mirror image. You might be too. That is F-Zero for Super Nintendo, sealed in the box. Look, it's mint. Look at this, Minsky. I can't believe it. And it was a really cool prize. Yeah, right, Anthony? I mean, Retro Days. So it's retro-daze, DAZE.com. No, .org. That's the webpage. I write articles for them sometimes. I mean, anyone can. It's not like a privilege or anything. Anyone could write articles, and the main guy who runs the place, Tony, his name's Tony too. He gives you points for everything for a lot of the things you do there, and then you could use those points to purchase items in the point store, which I've done many times in the past. And this new game, if you're lucky, you could win something, and it is really awesome. I am obviously, you guys know, besides being a Halloween fanatic, besides being a horror fan, I am also a pretty big retro gamer. In fact, I'll just, for the heck of it, I'll just show you, since I was showing you the Super Nintendo game, I'll show you what I have over here, because it was a fun prize, For me, it worked out really well. So very quickly, I mean, this is 1/10 of the stuff I have, but this happens to be sitting next to the computer. This is what I have for the Super Nintendo. I have a couple of Super Nintendos. The consoles aren't in here. They're elsewhere. But this is my Super Nintendo box, and it is jam-packed with Super Nintendo stuff. Got some, obviously a couple extra controllers there. Super Nintendo Game Genie. This is the Super Mario All-Stars cart with, the cool case and everything. I'll take out some of the stuff so you could see some of the games on top. Get the Super Game Boy. And then, let's see if I can do this without spilling everything out everywhere. Ugh, this is getting a little scrunchy. And I don't know if you're going to be able to read this stuff, because you may be looking at a mirror image, but there's more stuff under that. That's like 2 layers of Super Nintendo games. So that's some of my retro stuff. I have obviously a ton of other stuff. Nintendo is probably the biggest collection I have, and then I have a decent Genesis collection, and some other random stuff. It's mostly Super Nintendo, Nintendo Genesis, GameCube. I have a pretty decent amount of stuff, and then just like random things. I do have PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I have a lot. I don't know. I'm not going to go through it all. Hey, the chat is blowing up a little bit. The Vampire Slayer. Hey, how you doing? The Super Game Boy things. Yeah, pretty much any way to play a bunch of Game Boy games. I have on the GameCube, I have the Game Boy disc, and the attachment, so you could play Game Boy games on there, which I I mean that's kind of my preferred way. I have Game Boys, but I don't really love playing mobile games that much, so I don't. Uh, hey, Letizia. Um, for those who didn't see it, I was talking about that because I won a sealed F-Zero for Super Nintendo. Is the is the next stream tomorrow? I thought it was always on Friday. Oh, it's not a mirrored image. Good. I'm glad. Hi, Letizia. Yeah, I know. I remember your avatar from last time. Uh, yeah, I have to double check. The live game is usually on Fridays. Tomorrow's not Friday, is it? What is today? No, tomorrow's Wednesday. Ah, you guys having some pumpkin ale or an Oktoberfest or something fun? Right up here, right there. From there to there, that line. I know you can't see what it is, but that line right there. Those are all of the Halloween and horror countdown movies that I have prepared. I'm going to be, maybe using Letterboxd to create a formal list of movies that I'm going to watch. Um, oh, Halloween die cuts yesterday, Philip. Thank you. Yeah, oh man, this whole season I actually didn't go to the flea market or any yard sales all season. So if you guys have been wondering like where are the flea market and yard sale videos, they don't exist this season. It was partly because of COVID and the pandemic, and I was just trying to be a little safer on my own, on my end for my family. I see my parents a lot, and they're in the high risk category, and I don't want to, get anyone sick without knowing it. So that was the part of the reason. The other part was I was actually trying to kind of pare back. I have a lot of. Let's see. Maybe I'll do this. See that crate right there? I'm gonna open it, and I think you'll be able to kind of see what's in there. So let's check this out for a second. Speaking of Halloween, I am going to be decorating pretty soon. Check this out, by the way. How awesome is that? It's a drawstring candy corn bag. My friend Mary made that for me. I think it was Mary. Man, now I forget. It might have been Emma, actually. I think it was Emma. Treasure chest. Yeah. Might have to pull it out a little bit. Orange. I have all of my, that chest right there is filled with all of my, not all of actually, but a large number of my blow molds, the Halloween blow molds. These are actually light. You're supposed to put these on top of outdoor lights, like pathway lights. So I have most of my stuff in there, and then I have like a completely other area for storage. But got like these little guys are in there. Check this thing out. I found this. I want to say it was last year, and I did a video for it, so some of you may have seen it before. But the guy only wanted, I want to say it was like $1, and I wasn't going to get it because I was trying to like save space, and it's not like vintage or anything, but it was really cool. I thought it's like a homemade thing, and then it had this string that you pull. So he comes out of the coffin. Thought that was pretty neat. So I had to pick that up, as much as I didn't want, or as much as I didn't think I had the space for it. The blow molds that I used to have on the couch. Yeah, I used to have. It was actually right here, the horror futon used to be there, and I used to shoot my videos facing with the camera facing that way. But I did I put new carpet in and then did some rearranging, and I don't have that in here anymore. So now I kind of store most of my Halloween stuff. Not all of it. I mean, you could see obviously up here there's a ton of stuff, and on the wall and over there. um, One of my favorites. I love that guy. He's definitely one of my favorites. I was looking for it for a long time, and then finally found the ghost without the pumpkin. Then I started finding these pumpkins on the side. I had an extra one at one point, but I traded with someone. I have some weird stuff in here. There are these things. They're like pathway things too. But I'm not going to mess with that anymore because, as you can see, it is jam-packed, and I'm not going to be able to close that if I keep going. I already made a huge mess here showing you some of the stuff. I do have to start decorating soon, though, so I guess it's going to be coming out of the chest sooner or later anyway. See over here, there's a blow mold right there that Mr. Tony of the Dead gave me that. It's in the package. It's one of those blinkies, I think they're called. And right above that is an authentic Mexican devil mask. Yeah, Philip, there is something about the glow of the blow molds. All my big ones are down out in the shed, like the big outdoor ones. I have those out, in the shed. APO, they changed the stream to Wednesday because the guy in charge of it has something to. Oh, it really is tomorrow. Oh, I might not be able to make that. I have to teach. I think I'm teaching one class tomorrow. This is my first week back to work, so my schedule is still a little shaky, but I'm pretty sure I have. It might just be at 3:00 until 4:45. That's not too bad. I had to wait until after my class to do this stream because I wanted to drink beer while I did it. So but then I knew I would be drinking, and then I didn't want to be in my class after drinking pumpkin ale because I do stuff like that. And that is not a good idea. That's a very bad idea, Tony. Very bad. So, check this guy out. Little sad. Uh-oh, here comes Luna. She heard me in the chest, and she's like, I can't wait to check it out. What's going on? So write down in the chat box there. Tell me if you are planning on doing anything special today because it's the first day of... today's nothing official. It's the first day of my personal Halloween countdown. Maybe you do the same thing. Maybe you don't. We have a lot more people in here right now, so I just want to repeat something that I said earlier. I apologize for those who already heard it. I created a Halloween countdown calendar, and it is free to download. You could get it either from my Facebook page, or you could go to my official website, go to the shop, and purchase it for $0 and download it. If you go to my shop to download it, you actually also get a free candy corn downloadable printable paper mask. So that's up to you if you want to go do that. The links are in my description for the video. Look at her. She wants the vampire. But yeah, it's just something I threw together so that people could have some fun and see like what they might want to do to get into the spirit early on. Letizia is baking cookies. Ooh, nice. And APO doesn't drink alcohol. I'm not a big drinker, to be honest. I probably won't have more than this today. And usually if I drink, I have a little bit. I've never been a really big drinker, though. This is one of the things I always like to do. Like if you watch my old videos, I always like to try a different pumpkin ale each video. It's gotten expensive, though. You know how much a 6-pack of these bastards were? Guess. Just guess. You're not going to guess. It's okay. $15. It was like $14.99, I guess. $15 for a 6-pack. Letizia guess 16.99. I guess other states, depending on what state you're in, it might be a little bit more and a little bit less. I'm pretty sure Jersey is a little cheaper. I'm in Pennsylvania, but I'm like near the border. Um, yeah, it is expensive, which is another reason I don't drink very much. 12.49. That's what there are some six packs that are like more closer to 10.99, 11.99. Maybe like if I get more, I'll go for something a little cheaper. One of my favorites though is something called Warlock. It's from the same, I forget the brewer, but it's the same brewer who does Pump King. Pump King. It's hard to pronounce these things. And that's a 4-pack for $15. It's like I want to get it, but I don't want to spend the money. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was just wondering what you guys were all doing. Hey, I'm just throwing this out there. Tomorrow, September 2nd, technically it's at midnight, like tonight, 11:59, then midnight. It's September 2nd, but like around midnight is the start of the full moon, our first full moon of what I consider the Halloween season. So, like if you look at that countdown calendar I created, I say full moon party, right? Pick some Halloween some werewolf movies to watch. Maybe do something special with your dinner to make it more werewolfy. I don't know how you do that exactly, but I'm sure there are ways. I have moon pies that I'm going to eat to snack on while I watch my werewolf movie. But that's like one of the first. Like I'm going to celebrate tomorrow with a little werewolf movie, a little special dinner or snacks or something like that. But it's the little things as we go through, as we start getting into the Halloween season. It's the little things like each day do a stream with a pumpkin ale, draw something Halloweeny, watch a little mini horror marathon one of the nights, do a special, Halloween autumnal themed dinner one of the nights. Buy some apples at the farmer's market and make an apple pie. Those are the kinds of things that are on the calendar. And the idea, I say this on the calendar too, the idea is to stretch the season as much as possible, right? We want to really, here's the worst part. When it's over and you look back and you say, that went way too quick. That went so quick. I don't even remember half the stuff. I didn't do anything. Oh, I hate that feeling. So that's what this calendar is for, and that's what this like mindset, what this philosophy is for, is to really stretch the season as much as possible, make you really feel the Halloween spirit as much as possible. And even if it's just like one or two little things each day, I know we all work, we all have stuff we have to do. We can't go out partying all the time. Luna's going batshit in there. But, even if we just try a little bit each day, by the end of it, we'll look back and be like, wow, that was jam-packed. Remember the time I went out and I did my big shopping spree at Target and got all the Halloween stuff? Remember the time that I did all those Halloween drawings and I shared them online with all my friends? Anything that you do is going to contribute to that autumnal Halloween feel. And by the end of it, hopefully you look back and say, that was a great season. And we have to do that even more so this year, I think, because stuff is going to be a little weird. We are still in the midst of this pandemic. As much as a lot of people just want to ignore it and, pretend like nothing's happening, we are still stuck in that. And things are going to be a little strange. There are probably not going to be as many events as you might have hoped. I don't know if they're going to be opening up like haunted houses and things. That feels like too claustrophobic, too much close proximity stuff for right now. I do know the Mahoning Drive-In, that's that drive-in near me, they are doing Monster Mania on Halloween weekend, which is kind of amazing. I haven't gone to the drive-in this year. This is the first year that I haven't gone at all. And I'm real sad about it, but I've also been trying to be very careful. But Monster Mania at the Mahoning Drive-In on Halloween weekend, it's very tempting. Very tempting. I might have to. I haven't made my mind up. Maybe they'll sell out of tickets and they'll make the mind up for me. I've ignored the chat. Let's see what's going on. Hmm. Yeah, Wolf Cop. I love that's such a bonkers movie. I enjoy that a lot. Uh, Letizia is baking Halloween pumpkin sugar cookies tonight. Oh, that's so awesome. I probably won't have time to bake anything quite yet, but maybe next week I'll start getting into the baking. Um, Drive-through haunted houses. Oh, that's cool. Over near you somewhere? I would definitely do that. A drive-through haunted house. I don't know how it would work, but it sounds cool. I would be into it. Um, see. You weren't tempted to go see Mr. Campbell then? Oh, Bruce Campbell. Yeah, Bruce was at the Mahoning, which is 45 minutes away from me. And I usually go 5, 6 times a season. Um, so was I tempted? Absolutely. Two reasons I didn't go. Three reasons. Three reasons I didn't go to see Bruce Campbell at the Mahoning Drive-In. Number one was obviously all the pandemic stuff. I'm always a little skeptical about doing anything like around too many people. Okay, fine. Think of me what you will for that. Number two, the ticket prices were pretty expensive. Usually the Mahoning Drive-In's $10 to go see the movies. Um, Understandably, having Bruce Campbell there, they needed to do more of like a convention pricing sort of thing. And I forget what it was exactly, but essentially, if you wanted like the full package, I believe it was around $70 per person. Um, and I think that was to get like you get a picture, an autograph, and you could see the movies that night. That's a little rich for my blood. I'm kind of cheap. And then number three, I'm actually not a huge autograph hound. As much of a fan of horror as I am, as much of a lover of Halloween as I am, and I've been to plenty of conventions, I never pay for autographs and I never pay for photographs. That's just not something I do. I've met a couple people, if I went with a girlfriend who happened to be, getting autographs or whatever. My first Chiller Theater, I went with my then girlfriend, and she was getting autographs from. I always blank on his name, and I have no idea why because I say his name all the time. From Reanimator, Jeffrey Combs. She was getting autographs from Jeffrey Combs, and there were no lines. That I don't know why. It was I want to say 2000 and maybe like 2014, 2013, somewhere in there. And Chilla Theater in New Jersey, no one was there. It was insane. Jeffrey Combs was just sitting there. No line, no one. We just walked over and, she paid for her autographs and picture and everything. And I got to talk to him for a while, but, I only got to talk to him because she was paying. Uh, but yeah, I personally never do that. I don't care that much. And as much as I might like a movie, I don't tend to get like the whole hero worship, you know, thing. Actors are actors. I try not to. I don't know. That's a personal thing, I guess. I mean, look at the chat. Huge haunted attraction in the SS Nightmare announced they were canceling. I'll be curious to see if any happen. Uh, Christy agrees that autographs are expensive. They've gotten more and more expensive too. I mean, it used to be, at least when I went to that Chiller Theater, I think it was like, I want to say it was $10. And Jeffrey Combs, by the way, is amazing. He was just like, my girlfriend handed over her Reanimator set, and he was autographing every conceivable surface, and he talked to us for a while. But yeah, I think it was like no more than $20 for sure. But now, yeah, you go to conventions, you never know what you might be paying. Um, Letizia gets the autographs for free. Ooh, interested how you do that. Uh, do you know people? They help you out. Autograph prices have gone way too high. Phil said, yeah. The last one you paid for was Jill Gerard and Buck Rogers lunchbox. Yeah, I can't see myself because I mean, you're already paying to get in, and then you're buying all the products in the vendor section, and then you're forking over. Maybe you had to travel fare. Maybe you had to get a hotel room. and then on top of that, the autograph fees. It is expensive. I haven't been to a convention because of all these reasons. I haven't been to a convention since the Baltimore Monster Mania that I went to. That was a few years ago. I forget the exact date. And again, I bought a couple of products, but I didn't get any autographs or anything like that. I do actually, though. I'll bring this over just to show really quick. I do have this autograph to me from Robert Englund. There's a lot of reflections going on there. Because my former student and good friend Matt got it for me. He was going to, I forget what convention it was. It's probably Monster Mania, and whatever package he purchased got a second autograph. So he got it for me while he was there. I mean, that was really awesome of him. That was super cool. I believe he got me a bunch of stuff that time. He brought a few things back for me from that convention, which was really cool of him. But that autograph, and then I have a Vincent Price signature. It wasn't to me, obviously, but my dad got it for me one Christmas. Those might be the only, autographs that I have for the Robert Englund and Vincent Price. I might have stuff from boxes, maybe like Bam Box or something. I might have gotten. Yeah, Doug Bradley. I have a Doug Bradley autograph from a Bam Box. Lloyd Kaufman. I wouldn't actually mind. That would be kind of a cool one to. I'd love to meet Lloyd Kaufman. I feel like he'd be so insane to talk to. Yeah, I would have died too. Actually, one of the first horror movies I saw as a way too young child was, I don't even know if you could call it. Yeah, it's horror. The Toxic Avenger. I was pretty young. I was way too young to be watching that. And I can't remember if I rented it because of the Toxic Crusader cartoon, or if this was before that cartoon ever even came out. Because I used to troll the horror section at my video store. Me and my friends would go in and just constantly be checking out all of the horror VHS tapes because I was fascinated with them. Obviously, I mean, if this is in you, it was probably in you from a young age. And I remember I saw the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes at a really young age. The Blob, I think, was the first horror movie I ever saw, and I used to have nightmares about that one. Beware the Blob, I should specify. It was Beware the Blob. Twilight Zone I used to watch as a younger child, and we saw Toxic Avenger. And I was just talking to Todd about this actually in a separate event that we were doing, but Todd Kiesling. Creepers, which is better known as Phenomenon. There was a VHS tape cover with Jennifer Connelly, half her face kind of covered in bugs and eaten away. And I don't know, I was drawn to that VHS box in my video store. And I just remember looking at it a lot for one reason or another. Memories. Let's see what else is in the chat. Letizia has met a lot of famous people over the years. Cool. Got him to sign my Blu-ray instead of the usual Elm Street. Yeah. The V Blu-ray instead of that's cool. Yeah, if I were to go start getting autographs, I probably would try to get him to sign things that were, different, not the same stuff that always gets autographed. And Letizia is friends with lots of famous people. That's cool. My weirdest famous person encounter was, I've talked about this before, I believe in other videos. I went to a Fish concert for New Year's Eve at Madison Square Garden. This was 1990. nine. It was 1999. Um, and the reason I remember that is because they played the Prince song, and I was leaving. I was with my brother, his friend. My dad worked there. That's how we got in. He would like get us into concerts all the time, and we were walking out like a back way because I was with my dad, who was security, and there was this dude in front of us who looked so familiar. Like I knew him. I knew him from the neighborhood or something, you know. And I was like, who is he? I was trying to place him because he looks so familiar. You know, you just when you see someone that you know, you get that feeling. You're like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and we're walking out, and my dad's like, you know who that is, right? Like, I can't place him. It was Fred Savage. It was Fred Savage. He was with a couple of friends. He had a leather jacket on, and you know, he was just there checking out the concert. So we went out. We were on the sidewalk at that point, and my dad's like, go and say hi, go and say hi." And even then, like, I wasn't big into the whole like celebrity thing. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. It's Fred Savage. I loved Wonder Years," you know. But I didn't want to like go talk to him. I didn't want to bother him. But my brother and my dad and my brother's friend all went over to say hi, and he was super cool. You know, I stayed back and I watched, and you know, he shook their hands, like, you know, said hi and everything, very nice. He's probably stoned. It was a Fish concert, you know. But yeah, that was the weirdest celebrity occurrence. I'm pretty sure any other celebrity I ever saw was at like a convention. And yes, I don't know if I just outed myself as a jam band fan. Maybe you guys didn't know that about me because like all the horror and the Halloween and the headbanger hair. Could be headbanger hair, metal hair, or it could be hippie hair. You don't know. You don't know. In high school, everyone thought I was a hippie. I like, you know, my parents are into the Grateful Dead, and I listened to Grateful Dead. I saw the Dead in concert, and Fish, obviously, I saw a bunch of times. But I also listened to Tool and Nine Inch Nails and, you know, Smashing Pumpkins. I know that's not metal, but whatever. I don't label myself that way, so I like a lot of different things. I'm almost done with my beer, which means this stream is almost over. Um, how long have we been doing this? It's only been 43 minutes. That's not too bad. I was shooting for about an hour, so I'll, you know, see how the rest of this goes. But let me know down in the chat what else you are all planning for this first kind of taste of the Halloween season, September 1st, September 2nd, maybe this weekend. I know for some of you, maybe it's kind of early to be thinking about Halloween. I don't know. Um, let's see what else we got in the old chest. I gotta look. I see it open here, and I want to see what's happening. This one is a weird one. It's Donald Duck. It's newer. Kind of a strange one. I think I got for $1. I can't remember if I used to display that one out on the futon or not. And the one right next to it is Frankenstein head. Again, these are newer. They're like more foam. They're, you know, I dig it. It's not my favorite, but I'll take like almost any blow mold, to be honest. All right. Never too early for Halloween. I agree. I have this weird weird relationship with the notion of when to start celebrating Halloween. So most of us have the tendency to say like Halloween is every day. And you know, we leave decorations out all year and we wear our gear and we watch Halloween movies and horror movies, and it's something we're constantly thinking about and constantly enjoying. And yes, I agree with that. I am totally down with that. You know I am. But Luna. But um if I'm being completely honest, I don't feel Halloweeny until fall. And you may agree, may disagree, but for me, I really do need the change in weather and the leaves and the pumpkins out at the market and all that kind of stuff to really start feeling like really in the spirit. In the same way that like you probably don't feel the Christmas spirit until it's closer to that season. Uh, so like I feel you. I definitely am into the whole Halloween is everyday thing, but at least internally, the nostalgia tingles kind of thing that you might in this if you think of like the Christmas spirit, the Halloween spirit. I don't get that until not yet. Maybe not until the first leaves start to fall. Probably. Halloween is life. I do agree with you. Believe me. Uh, Sorry, I got behind on the chat. Never too early for Halloween. Started pack to head to PA for haunted house gig that I'm working. Oh, that's really cool. Oh man, that's actually really awesome. I would love to like just pack up. It's like a huge separate part of your life almost. It's like you're moving for this haunted house. That's super amazing. I'd be down with that. Um, never thought of shaking your own blow molds. Shaking? Maybe sculpting, did you mean? Sculpting my own blow molds? I'm not sure what you meant. Um, I did, kind of. Right there. And I know you can't see it that well. I'll go get it. A couple years ago, most of you probably know this if you've been watching my channel for a while. I made these little mini blow molds. This is the worst one because it was the prototype, but they're night lights. You put a night light in there and they light up. I don't sell them anymore. I haven't made any in a while, but that was the closest to making a blow mold that I ever came. Mainly because I'm not entirely sure how to go about making like a real blow mold. So these are little plastic resin ones that I did. What else? Me and Anthony have a bunch of horror short films to watch from Digital Horror Con going on in California. Should be good fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm always looking for new stuff to watch around the Halloween season. Gonna put up a couple of interior decorations. I put up a Halloween door decoration yesterday. That's it so far. Yeah, that's one of the worst things I am. I'm worst. Oh my God, I can't speak anymore. I'm really bad at decorating. So, sometime during the first week or two of September, I'll usually start to trot out decorations and kind of try to get things up. But yeah, I'm really bad at it. I'm bad at that and I'm bad at costumes. I usually throw something together like at last minute for costumes. Halloween is life. True. Wish it could be fall all the time. So do I. Believe me, I would love it. It gets really humid and hot in Pennsylvania during summer, and I don't dig it. Um, True, Halloween high doesn't hit until late August. Yeah, it takes me a while. It takes, the change of weather, the leaves, like I said. I understand people who live in hot climates that don't see seasonal changes probably don't feel the same way. Like if you lived there all your life, I'm sure don't have that same connection to the changing of the seasons, but I've lived in the Northeast all my life, so I do have that connection to the changing of the seasons. It wouldn't be Halloween without fall. It wouldn't be Christmas without winter. It's just, for me. I know it's not true for everyone, though. 100% agree on the weather change? Yeah, absolutely. Um, Time to stick the Halloween Companion VHS on. Yes. And I'll show you guys that really quick. Jane, hey, how you doing? I'm pretty good. Glad you could jump in. We're probably going to go for another few minutes. I have a few sips left of my pumpkin ale. I'm never quite sure of the people who watch these videos. I'm never quite sure how many of you follow me on Instagram, how many of you follow me on Facebook, how many of you go to my webpage, or if you're only on YouTube. So I realize I may be saying some things that you've heard before, and I may be showing you some things that you've seen before. But the mention of the Halloween Companion videotape makes me want to go over here and bring these over. These are all of the Halloween videotapes that I have for these guys. Let me kind of do something. These are the Halloween the Eddie Spaghetti official Halloween Companion volumes 1, 2, and 3. And I'm sure most of you have heard me talk about those before. They are essentially, they're not real broadcasts from TV, but Eddie Spaghetti recreates 6-hour to 8-hour television broadcasts that may occur in October, including commercials, and they're amazing. I mean, if you put this on, it's like watching the perfect channel on the perfect day of October, getting ready for Halloween. And a lot of people have done stuff like that. So I have those 3, and then I have these. This one is Halloween 92, which actually is, if I remember correctly, I believe that it actually is from television. That might be... No, that's not. That's just a Halloween 92 broadcast, which has some stuff that, like SNL and news and stuff that isn't that Halloween-y. Then there's this one, which is Nick or Treat. And that's a real broadcast as well from Nickelodeon, Nick or Treat, which is pretty awesome. This is just Halloween 3. And I'm not going to go through all these, but those are some of the other tapes that I have there. The 2 here, the VHS Bandit mixes, are kind of like the Eddie Spaghetti ones. And this one is House by the Cemetery with a horror host. And then these are just what they are. You can see what they are. And Monster Mash at the bottom. So yeah, those are some of the VHS tape things that I like to watch around this time of year. I'm making a mess during this stream. I'm going to have to actually do some cleaning up. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. I'm going to have to clean up. All right, let's see. Almost there. What do you guys have? Love the room. Is that a loft? Yeah, this is the roof. That's the roof of the place. So, few Halloween Boots VHS I'm starting to watch. That's cool. Do you think we'll get trick or treaters this year with COVID-19? I'm not sure. I'm still waiting to see, usually it's a county by county basis, whether what time trick or treating is. So I feel like it's probably going to be a county by county basis of if they're canceling it or not. So I do feel like it's possible that they'll cancel it. On the other hand, everyone's wearing costumes, maybe masks, anyway. I don't know about the whole door to door thing. They might decide that that's not a good idea. Personally, I am gonna buy candy and I'll just put a face mask on, and I will, I'll totally give candy out. Maybe I'll leave a bowl out of candy. I don't know. I'm so torn on this whole thing. You know what sucks is that there's so many people that seem like they're ignoring that there's a pandemic. You know what I mean? I go out sometimes and I see a bunch of people just not wearing masks and just doing whatever they want, going to parties, having parties, gathering together and eating together and going to their friends' houses and hanging out. And it makes me feel like I'm being paranoid by not wanting to go to big gatherings and wearing a mask everywhere. If I'm within 6 feet of someone, but I'm not being paranoid. You know what I mean? Like it's science. We're supposed to be doing these things, but there are so many people who aren't that it makes, even though you know what the truth is, it makes you feel like you're being paranoid and like you're missing out on stuff that you could be doing if you weren't so damn paranoid. And it's a bad feeling. I don't like it. Um, but I obviously I wear the mask, and as a teacher, I'm going to be teaching all online classes, but I do have to teach an on ground class once a week come October for 10 weeks. So that's going to be a little bit of a weird thing to have to do. But I do hope, to answer the question, I do hope that there are trick or treaters still. I will totally participate. I'll just be careful. And, I won't, I'll try not to touch the candy that I'm giving out, or wear gloves maybe while I'm giving out candy or something like that. That's probably the best way so that the kids aren't grabbing in. I'll wear gloves, give out the candy, and just not touch anything with those gloves. Take them off when I'm not using them, whatever. If they allow it, we'll see. Live stream my door. Ooh, I would if I got a lot of trick or treaters, and I don't. I live in kind of a secluded area, so I'm kind of lucky to get like maybe a dozen kids throughout the entire night. Um, and when I say a dozen kids, I don't mean a dozen different. I mean like there might be a group of three, and then a group of four, and then another group of three. It's just not a lot. Um, I still I love it though, so I do it anyway, no matter what. And I always buy like a huge amount of candy that is way too much that I end up having for months into Christmas, which is fun in and of itself anyway. That's part of it. But yeah, that would be a good idea if I had a very active front door. That would be a lot of fun. Speaking of live streams and my channel here, now that we're into the Halloween season, for me, for us, September, I do want to start making more videos. I'm going to be sitting at my desk teaching classes via live streaming classrooms anyway. So for me, like to switch over to YouTube for an hour is nothing. I'm already teaching hour and 15-minute classes. So I'll probably do more of these. I'll try to do a few actual edited videos, if there's anything worth doing that for, like an unboxing or, maybe some product reviews or something like that. But I know I've been pretty much, MIA for most of the summer. So just to let you know, I will be coming back. Jane, I went to no yard sales. I didn't go to any yard sales or flea markets this summer. That's part of like what I was talking about, how I was trying to be careful about the pandemic. Not to stereotype or anything, and believe me, I'm not trying to generalize or anything like that, but flea markets are kind of the types of places that most of the vendors just won't wear masks. I mean, it's the way it is, and I don't want to put myself in that situation, so I didn't go. Same with like yard sales and things. You never know when you stop if that particular household is going to be wearing masks or not. And as you know, if you wear a mask, that doesn't really protect you. So, you got to be careful. Yeah, it's better safe than sorry. That's the way I figured it, and save money for the summer. I did lose my summer class this year because of the pandemic, so I had to kind of be a little skimpy on what I was spending as well. Thank you, Nick. Vampire Slayer. I appreciate it. I just finished my beer, and it is getting pretty close to the time that I would need to start cooking. So I'm gonna get going. But before I go, just a reminder for anyone who was not here during the beginning of this stream, or for anyone who does not follow me on other social media outlets, I created a Halloween countdown calendar that you can download for free, either through my Facebook page or through the shop on my webpage. Both of those links are in the description if you want to hit that up. All free. Not selling anything. It's just something to help you out getting into the Halloween spirit if you're so inclined. Otherwise, it's been great. I honestly, this this did me some good. It's helping to get me into the spirit. So thank you for showing up for this unscheduled live session. And I'll try to schedule them out in the future so you know what's happening. And I'll see you very soon. All right, everybody. Thanks for dropping by. Now to figure out how to end. Oh, end stream. There it is.